G'day everyone. Because of the sheer amount of mice and people asking, I'll be doing a few reviews on some of the stuff, some of the mouses I'll buy. Obviously there's a lot on the desk here, that's not all of them. Yeah, Lamzu Atlantis Mini Pro, you know, you can scroll away from the inside, that sort of shit. It's pretty cool. I'd highly recommend you guys checking out ratings.com. We got the Atlantis Mini Pro here. This is the one that I've got. I've got the polar white, obviously. So it can go up to 8,000 hertz. The 3395 center Huano transfer blue pink dot switches. I didn't opt for the 8K dongle. I've only got the one, but it's pretty cool shape as you can see. But I don't really play over 1,000 or maybe 2,000 hertz anyway, so it wasn't really any use to me. But I'm sure it would be fine. Lamzu is pretty good with that sort of stuff. Bottom of the mouse looks pretty cool. Ridges and all of it. Transparency, you know, that sort of jazz. You can stick your fingers through parts of it, but I wouldn't say worry too much about any dust or anything getting caught in there. Really not going to make a big difference, and you know, I haven't had any issues yet. I've been using it for a minute or two. The skates, I think it doesn't come with any straight out the box here. Nice boxes, by the way. Lamzu, I rate them for that. They got the out the sleeve and then folded out, but I've put in the Obsidian what are they? X-ray? Is it X-ray? X-ray pads, Obsidian mouse skates on them. I use them on just about every single mouse. Every time I get a mouse, I'll take it, apart from these, I'll take it off and put the X-ray pads on, because I just think they're the best overall. But yeah, the mouse itself, the switches and stuff, I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this, but I mean, the switches feel pretty nice. They're light and easy. I'm not a massive fan of the middle click button, to be honest. It's a little bit heavy, but you know, really doesn't make a difference. You're going to notice it too much. As for the shape, however, I'm not a massive fan. I thought I'd be more, because I like the smaller mouses. Like the OP1 I've used the most, and that's an amazing shape. I've got pretty big hands anyway, but the OP1 is an amazing shape for me. However, the Atlantis here, because it's a smaller of the Atlantis, obviously, it tapers in a lot, and I would recommend you guys go and check out Elo shapes here. I've got the Lamzu Atlantis Mini Pro, which is the blue one, the OP1 8K, which is the purple, and the Superlight 2, just for you guys to compare a bit. Obviously, the Atlantis is the lightest of them all, 49 grams. It's not really light, but it's pretty good. And you don't, you know, it's not, I don't think weight is a big deal until you get into the 70s, 80s. But anyway, yeah, kind of cheap feeling and looking switches for DPI changes down here, but I'm just nitpicking at this point. The mouse itself is really nice, but yeah. So the shape, and I wish what Elo shapes should do is actually do like a bottom-up view of some of the mouses, because you don't see it on here, but it is modeled after the Atlantis, obviously, and the XM1. I've got here the XM2 WE, and as you can see, the insides are tapered massively, so it looks like a solid shape at the top, but if you look on the side, it goes in massively, and it's not a big problem, but sometimes you'll feel your fingers going in under there when you're using it, and I'm not a big fan of that. I kind of like the flatter sides, like the OP1. You know, it's got a teeny bit of taper, but barely noticeable, obviously, compared to the XMs and the Atlantis, and you can see that just there. So yeah, big difference there, but the mouse itself is very comfortable, and if you've ever had experience with the XM2 sort of shapes, you're gonna love this one. The smaller models, I myself am a fan of the smaller ones, that's why I didn't opt for the usual Atlantis, but I think the Mini Pro is just about the same as any other Atlantis. As for cost, they're not the cheapest mice. It is about, I think I got mine for about $150, $160. I would say well worth it if you know the shape. As you can see, no flexing in the side walls of the mouse, none of that. I haven't tried pushing real hard on the bottom yet, but I don't think, I mean, it's clear thin plastic, so it might bend a little bit, but who's going to be pushing on the inside of the bottom of the mouse when they're using it? Exactly no one. But yeah, overall, really good mice, just not my shape. I'm still searching for the perfect one. I think the OP1 come close, but it's not quite there yet.